Hello, welcome in. If you're here, you're probably experiencing some expansion, some growth, maybe some big transitions, some new beginnings, some endings. And if you're here, you are right on time for it all. I'm going to tap in and do a channeled message, and then I'm going to pull some cards and we'll just go where the energy takes us. Tapping in spirit to this collective. Please show me any messages that they need right now in this moment. Remove me completely from this and just let spirit come through and bring through messages that would resonate with this collective, that would hit with them in a way that they know this message is for them. Bring through messages only for their highest, most aligned with their higher self, their highest good. What message do we have, Spirit? Okay, see a water slide. You're like at the top of the water slide and the water's spraying everywhere and you're jumping in your tube and you're taking off down the water slide. And there's like a sense of thrill, excitement. Like when you're on a roller coaster and you can't not smile. And there's something about being alone. So when you're in the water slide, especially when you're in the part that like becomes a tunnel, you're alone in that thrill and that excitement. Nobody else in the world is experiencing that right there. There's like oh my gosh, I'm doing this, and you're not sharing it with anyone. It's just like something that's true for you that you're not sharing with anyone. And then when you come to the bottom of the water slide, there's a whole bunch of people there, right? It's like at a theme park or whatever. And everybody's doing their own thing and they're in their own world, and they don't care that you just had this most thrilling, amazing experience because they're having their own experiences. And you don't feel compelled in any way to have to go share with them like, wow, that was really exciting and I just had this great moment in there. That was thrilling. I loved that experience. You just have the experience. You just know within yourself that was really fun for you, and you don't really care what other people think. You don't have any desire to go share it with them, nor would they necessarily care because they're out having their own experiences. And I'm really getting that this is how your journey has been. And I know that the collective I'm talking to has probably been on a journey that you tap in with spirit, that you connect, that you've been working on yourself a lot. And you probably believe that your connection to spirit, your intuitive abilities are pretty cool and special and not something that everybody else has. And maybe there's something that like light you up and get you excited. And my solar plexus right now is really on fire. So it's like something that like helps you know your power, your worth, you're strong in this. And it's just a knowing, but maybe you can't share it with other people, or you wouldn't even know how to, or it even sounds silly to you. But when you're connected with spirit, when you're in that water slide and you're flowing and tapped in, it's really special. And you know it's really special. And you wish that there was a bunch of community at the end of the water slide that was like, wow, we had the same experience. Like, this is so great. And honored your experience. But because the experience is so good and thrilling and you feel alive, you don't need that external validation. It keeps you coming back to spirit. Okay, so it keeps you coming back to the water slide. You come out the water slide and everybody's going about their business. You don't have anything to share that exciting feeling with. And what do you want to do? Like, I'm going to go get back in line and I want to run up and experience it again. And that's what Spirit wants you to know right now is it is special. Your connection with Spirit, your intuitive ability, your gifts are special. They are a gift and you are tapped in and what you feel is right and you are on to something and you are chosen, your spiritual royalty, all of those things, and nobody else needs to know. Everybody else is on their own journey. Some people aren't connected. Some people are tapped in their own way and experiencing their own things. It has nothing to do with you, their experience. And Spirit actually wants you to want to turn back around and run up the stairs and go back, get in line for your next ride down the water slide to connect again, right? All of these things going on, people not really aligning with you, maybe having conflicts with people, maybe just feeling like nobody gets me, right? I feel like a unicorn in this world, and people don't understand me fully because I'm just like so dynamic and so complex, and I'm so tapped in, and I don't even feel necessarily of this world. And Spirit, because you are special, because you have special abilities, because you are tapped into your gifts, Spirit wants you to be drawn back in. The only place you're going to get that thrilling, connected feeling like nothing else is getting back in the dang water slide. It doesn't really matter how many times you go talk to somebody about like, and the water was splashing on my face and I could feel the, sensations in my body of falling, and like people are like, cool, like, but even talking about it doesn't get you the exact same experience. So Spirit says, tap in, keep tapping in, keep coming back. And that will be enough to get you through, right? You have unlimited rides on the water slide. You have unlimited time to tap in with Spirit. And so continue to ride it. And the more you ride it, the more you're like, this is actually all I need. I don't need to tell people about it. I don't need people to validate it. It's like, I know it so well because I do it so often, right? Okay, that's really exciting. Like, these are your gifts, and it's something about being alone kind of on this journey, but this really thrilling, tapped in, woohoo, like, hell yeah, this is where I'm supposed to be. Like, that's what a water slide is like a whole new world, right? And when you start getting tapped into Spirit and you start getting tapped into your gifts and you start seeing the world in your relationships and your dynamics and your circumstances and all this stuff through this play that you've created to help you learn, and it's all about your spiritual journey, then like you've kind of made it, right? Because you're learning to pick up anything that you needed to pick up, to learn the lessons, to enjoy life, to remember who you are, remember where you came from. And if that happens alone, it's thrilling, but it happens alone in a water slide where nobody else can see you, in your room, in your personal life, while you're, taking time to connect with Spirit. And these are the things that are happening that you just like couldn't explain to somebody. It's fine, because your connection to Spirit translates to your outside world anyway. And you just get, the more you tap in, the more opportunities you get to tap in and then shift how your external world looks and shows up for you. So let's get some cards, because I love that. I love that this collective that I'm speaking to is super tapped in and is experiencing it in a way that's exciting, because I've been really tapped in for years and years. But a lot of those years were healing, and they didn't feel thrilling and exciting. They felt heavy. They felt like I was drowning. So I love the part of being tapped in that is like, I'm made for more, and I have more of a purpose, and I'm part of a bigger thing, and collective consciousness, and the thrilling, exciting, uplifting, energetic part of tapping into Spirit. And that's where we're at. Okay, so the deck that I want to use, yeah, this is the Wild Reflections Tarot deck by Wispel. Looks like that. Okay, well, this is a fun message, Spirit. What else does this collective need to know about tapping in, about their gifts, about feeling alone in it sometimes, that there's nobody to share it with? I get the Emperor. Okay, so this is really you, like, it's my way or the highway. Okay, so maybe those people on the outside might think that like you should be doing something else, or maybe they think like that what you're doing and all this tapping in isn't like productive, or isn't, they don't get it. But like this is like so important to you that you're holding in your power, and you are controlling the narrative as far as, I know this is right for me, and I'm going to continue to do what's right for me, regardless of what anybody else has to say. What more, Spirit, with that Emperor? This is very much you, like, forging your own path. The Emperor's a leader, too. The Emperor's a leader. Okay, I just got that. Thank you, Spirit. You're leading the way. Okay, so maybe this water slide is like nobody's even found it yet, and you're the first one on it. And maybe you're even trying to tell people about it, and people just don't want to hear you, or aren't there, or aren't receptive. It doesn't mean anything. Like, you're the first one to find the thing. You're leading the way. Continue to lead the way. Continue to lead by example. The Emperor doesn't care what other people think. And doesn't look for outside validation. You are a light worker leading the way for other people. And I use the lighthouse reference all the time. And I feel like I am a lighthouse, and I am guiding people towards their higher selves, towards the light, towards enlightenment, towards awakening. But a lighthouse doesn't go out and like get the ships and like, you really need to go. No, they just stand and shine their light. And ships are able to come to shore because of the lighthouse's presence, just because it stood there and shined its light. I've got the Four of Pentacles here. So you have everything you need. What I'm getting from this card, though, is you're feeling like you don't want to give up any resources, or you're holding on to a little tightly of your resources, your maybe your thoughts about like who you should be in the world, or like what success looks like. So maybe how you're using your gifts, I'm getting it too here, with maybe being tapping into spirit. And I say that because that's how people feel. Like, they feel like this is super woo-woo or whatever, and like, okay, so you're just spending your time alone in your room, or you're spending your time meditating, and like, we've got stuff to do. And how much are you really producing if you're tapping in? So you might have your own limiting beliefs around spending too much time on the woo-woo, or spending too much time tapped in and not in the real world. But we all know that you can spend as much time as you want tapped in, and it's the place to be, right? So you might have some limiting beliefs around this isn't productive. You know, you'd probably think it wasn't productive if you were at a water slide park all day long and you were just going down the water slide because it felt great and you were in, you were in the flow. But then at some point you might have a thought come in that's like, can't just be on a water slide all day. Can't just have fun all day. You need to work, you need to produce. So really evaluate how you're thinking about tapping in, how you're thinking about expanding your gifts, how you're thinking about how much time you spend connected to spirit, And of course, you can be connected to spirit while you are being productive in other ways. But let's make sure that we prioritize tapping into our gifts and tapping into spirit and our purpose and our connection to the divine as the highest thing we prioritize. If it's all you did in the day, it's great. And if you got all these other things done, like you did all the laundry and did all the housework and you were great at work and you made a bunch of money, but you never checked in with spirit, and maybe you even abandoned yourself a little bit to do those things are asking to kind of be shed right now. That you shift your perspective on what's valuable to you, and that you find great resource and productivity in spirit. I get the Fool. I absolutely love this for you. This is spirit asking you, jump. You have all the resources that you need to dive more deeply into your gifts, and we need you to kind of let go of any limiting beliefs that say, this is silly, or I don't know if I'm good at this, or I don't know if I'm good enough at this, or I don't even know that I have any training for this. Girlfriend, boyfriend, whoever you are, you have lived so many lives. Like, what you've done in this life alone, I know the collective I'm talking to, and I know that, like, first of all, you've been through enough to be skilled, to be enlightened, to have the experience to share your story and have it influence others, have it be impactful. The advice you would give would be helpful. But your gifts, you question because you're like, who am I? And the truth is you are not you. You are not the you that showed up just in this life. You're the spirit you. You're the soul you. And that you is so powerful, so capable, so experienced, so the best teacher, right? And we're always tapping in with our higher selves. That's who, when we channel, when we get tapped in, we want to tap into our highest selves, our soul selves, which I believe that we are, this lifetime right here is just a fraction of our soul self. So when you're tapped into your spiritual gifts, you're doing your highest self a disservice by saying, well, who am I to do meditation, or who am I to use these gifts, or just play with the gifts? You don't even need to be putting them out there into the world, but like, who am I to sit and meditate and really feel like I'm getting this big connection or feel like I'm special? What makes me special? And the truth is you have so many past lives, so many lives that you've lived. You are an eternal being that has value and was brought to earth for a reason. It's really your time. Your spirit team is saying, we need you to jump. We need to trust that you are super capable, okay? And we'll catch you, and you'll realize how capable you are, and you won't fall, you'll fly. 100% sure, like, you've got it. This lady has just a tiny little bag with her and all the fairy dust, right? So it's not like, do I need anything more? Do I need more experiences? Do I need to take another course? Do I need to get certified in something? Do I need to? No. You were actually this amazing powerhouse, incredible soul before you even came. As a baby, you were special. So let's jump now. You have everything you need to fly, and we're gonna support you on this journey. Look at all the magic fairy dust she has around her. Let's go. Let's jump. Anything else, Spirit, for this collective? What a fun reading for y'all. Y'all are so tapped in and just riding water slides. But kind of like, so do I just ride water slides all day? Like, do I just meditate? What do I do with this connection I have to spirit? How does it translate to the gift that I give to this earth and new earth and awakening of the whole planet? Okay, so I get the Tower with the Empress. So you need to know that things are being cleared out of the way right now. So especially like any limiting beliefs that you have about do you have the resources? Do you have what it takes? This is being cleared out of the way. You need to jump first. Oh, that's what I'm hearing. You need to jump first. And I can relate to this so much where I say, Spirit, why don't you just have the new thing show up, and then it will be so easy for me to leave behind my doubt and my disbelief, and because it'll already be there. Like, Spirit, why don't you prove it to me? And then it's like, oh, it's already here. I get to choose it. But if for whatever reason, for our growth, it doesn't work that way. We need to jump. And this isn't like quit your job. And this isn't like, unless that's really what you feel like is aligned. But with this Four of Pentacles, I get like you already have what you need, and you can take small steps to do it. And all you need to do is take the first step off the cliff. Just take the first step, not some huge decision. Not the fool has no clue what's in front of them. And Spirit's saying you couldn't even believe what's in front of you. It's so big, it's so magical, it's so amazing that you can't dream it up. Like you're like, oh, maybe I could make you get your little calculator out. Maybe I can make this many dollars and I could afford that. And it's like, dude, you're missing the point. It's going to be bigger than your little brain, which our brains limit us, limit our spiritual capacity, right? They're limiters. It's going to be so much bigger than that. And when you jump, yeah, there might be tower moments. Things might fall away. People might fall away. Circumstances might fall away. But it's because you jumped. And now we want to give you the right path forward. And to get the right path forward, you do leave behind some things. Things are removed quickly from your life because of the faith you showed in jumping. And I get the Empress. So this is you sitting with this amazing gift in your belly, in your solar plexus. You're growing it right now. It is alive and well. And you trust that it's there. You know it's there. Well, guess what? You don't get to just stay pregnant forever, okay? You don't get to just grow the baby, grow the thing, grow the life in your dreams forever. At some point, you gotta jump. At some point, that baby's coming into the world, okay? So, you know it's there. You're content with it. You trust it, right? When we're pregnant, we don't like wonder if the fingers are being made today, or wonder how the eyeballs are going. Like, we trust that that's happening. When we plant seeds in the ground, we don't dig them up to see, like, is the carrot there? It's like, we trust that the carrot's there. But at some point, it's born, it's harvested, and you gotta move onto that stage. You've gotta move onto that, it's funny, that stage or that phase. But I'm also thinking, move onto the stage, like step out in all your glory onto the world stage. So I got that from Spirit too. So maybe you are going to be doing something that is in front of the world. Maybe you're going to be writing a book or doing a YouTube channel or getting on podcasts, doing something that is more public. Okay, this Queen of Pentacles reminds me so much of you being in the water slide, not caring about what other people think, running back up the slide, getting back on the journey, staying tapped in to source. You know your worth, you know you're special, you know you're this amazing, amazing light worker, you know what you have experienced with Spirit is special, and you know that you have something amazing to offer to this world. So Spirit's really saying, see her, just keep your head down and keep working, stay connected, keep building your craft. and pour yourself into it. And it's pentacles. So this is abundance. This is worth. So it will bring all that stability and security that maybe you're a little bit on the fence with right now. Final messages for this collective spirit. Two of Swords. And I love the Two of Swords in this deck. So usually the Two of Swords is like, I don't know which decision to make. I can't see, should I go this way? Should I go that way? In this deck, I see this as, yeah, she's blindfolded, but she's freaking shooting. Like, she's gonna shoot. So take the shot. Take the shot. Doesn't matter which shot you take, but get tapped in with spirit. And obviously spirit's gonna tell you, this is probably the one I'd go for. There's no mistakes. So don't worry about it. Just take the freaking shot. Take the shot. It might cause towers. It might cause things to fall away that no longer serve you or are not towards your aligned path, even if they're things that you swore. Spirit isn't going to take them away from you if they're meant for you, if they're meant for your new path. And don't you want all the things that aren't meant for you, even if it's really hard to give them up? Don't you want them gone? I know I do. So take the shot. If it's between two things, if it's between a couple things, screw it. Take a shot. Jump off the freaking cliff. Allow things to be cleared away along the way. Nobody said that it's going to be butterflies and rainbows, but they did say they're going to catch you. You have everything you need to be successful at this. You are a leader. So don't act like a follower. Don't act like, oh, I need a few other people to take the shot first. Nope. Hey, I can't even see, but I'm taking a shot because it's who I am. I'm the emperor, okay? And I'm going to keep my head down and do what I think is right. Do what makes me feel connected to spirit is my craft. I know that I am building something that is connected to my purpose, to what I'm supposed to gift this world, and that's about to be born. Okay? I really love this for you, you guys. Take the freaking shot. Anything else for this collective? The Lovers. Okay, so this is another decision. Making the decision that is right for you, that is aligned with spirit. In the traditional tarot deck, they have the lovers together, but the man is looking at the woman and the woman is looking up at her guides. So think about that. People are looking at you, looking toward you. In what example are you setting? You are looking towards spirit, okay? And you're taking your intuition, you're taking your guidance from spirit. And that is the decision you make. So I said take the freaking shot. But take the shot that's the one that's aligned with your, you know. Don't act like you don't know. There might be a little bit of, I don't know what happens next, and I don't know how to do this, and I don't know, but you can take the shot, okay? And the shot you're gonna take is the one that is so aligned with what spirit's calling you forward to do right now. When you're in that water slide, you feel great, you feel alive. So how do you expand upon that? How do you find insights in that and bring the feeling that you get in the water slide to the rest of the world and to you outside of the water slide, right? The world needs it. The world needs that feeling, that connection. Anything else, Spirit, for this collective? Boy, do I love this reading for you. I'm like excited for you. I'm excited. I love the visual of the water slide. Yep. Oh, Ace of Cups. This is a new opportunity that's going to be fulfilling. It's a love offering. You will feel love and supported, and your cup will run over. You'll feel like, oh my gosh, this is so freeing. Maybe when you've been on this side of the cliff, you felt like not understood or just living a life that wasn't fully aligned. And this is a life of full alignment. The offering that you're being given when you take that step, when you make that decision, is going to feel fulfilled. It's going to feel like love and happiness. It's going to make you feel like, oh, this is what, got it. This is what I was supposed to be doing all along. This is what I was supposed to be doing all along. That's what it's going to feel like. That is the reward. And that's what all of us light workers want, right? I've got the Knight of Wands here and the Seven of Wands. So the Knight of Wands is telling me that you're going to rush quickly towards bold action. You're going to take bold action on this decision, on what Spirit's calling you to do, and it's going to be passionate. It's something that you're passionate about. It's not what anybody else told you to do. It's what you're passionate about. And this is quick, fast movement towards that. So you're running towards the cliff, and it's for something that's going to bring you fulfillment and going to be a real passion of yours. So we get fulfillment through things that we're passionate about, right? And I also get the Seven of Wands, which is, look, this chick is like, all these people were like, we don't really get, okay, great. The water slide was great. And she's like, okay, whatever. I'm going back over here. I'm going to get back in line. And I'm going to go do the water slide thing again. She's like walking away from anybody that doesn't believe in her or anybody that doesn't understand her. She's protecting her energy. She's like, I know this so deep in my bones that you don't matter. Your opinion doesn't matter, okay? If somebody told you that your hair was blue and it wasn't, you wouldn't be like, well, maybe it is blue, and so you'd be like, okay, it's not blue. You're just like, I like water slides. This decision's right for me. I'm connected to Spirit. Like, why would that bother you? If you don't get it, you don't get it. Like, I'm just protecting myself and moving forward in that, okay? Well, I get that is the message for you guys today. It's amazing. So you are so tapped in, and you're starting to feel, after maybe a long time of healing and a lot of shedding, right? We've now entered the year of the fire horse. We just left the year of the wood snake. So much shedding. But after a lot of that, you're starting to feel some of this energy from Spirit, some of this passion ignited, and some of this like, wow, I'm like really gifted at that. And you're going to continue to tap in, stay tapped in, regardless of what anybody else thinks, okay? Regardless of what anybody else thinks, you have to jump. You have to jump, and things may be cleared out of the way. They'll continue to be cleared out of the way, but I see this as a great card. This is like your spirit team working for you. The more that you choose you, the more that anything that isn't aligned with you, anything that you feel like you need to keep yourself protected from, is just gonna fall away, okay? You know there's a decision that you need to make, and you know it, okay? And there might be multiple decisions. This is saying, shoot. Don't spend so much time alone, connected to Spirit, that you don't take action, okay? Spirit saying, yes, stay connected, take action. Stay connected, take action. And in your decisions, choose the one that is most aligned with your highest self, most aligned with that Spirit that you tap into. And I'm telling you, you can't lose. So take the shot.